welcome to my online chemistry class. I'm yours Hartik and Rajat. Today we will discuss part 3 of your unit 3 electrochemistry. Okay, this is the part 3 for your unit 3. The topic of unit 3 is electrochemistry. Before starting the class, let us remember some important symbols and the relations which were discussed in the previous classes. Okay, so this is the capital R. This capital R represents resistance of a conductor, and we know that this capital R resistance of a conductor is directly proportional to the length of that conductor, and this resistance is also inversely proportional to the cross-sectional area of that conductor. Okay, clear? So by combining these two, resistance is proportional to length and inversely proportional to cross-sectional area of a conductor. Okay, that means resistance of a conductor is directly proportional to length and inversely proportional to the cross-sectional area of that conductor. Clear? After that, this capital V represents the potential difference. Capital I represents the current flowing through a conductor. I represents current. Okay, clear? Now, after discussing the capital I, let us come to the capital C. Capital C is the symbol for conductance. We know that conductance of a conductor is the reciprocal of the resistance of that conductor. Okay, this is a symbol for rho. This rho represents specific resistance or resistivity of a conductor. Rho is the symbol for specific resistance or resistivity of a conductor. This is a symbol for kappa. Okay, kappa represents specific conductance or conductivity of a conductor, or you may call it this kappa as specific conductance or conductivity of an electrolytic solution. Okay, clear? We know that specific conductance or conductivity, this kappa, okay, is the reciprocal of specific resistance or resistivity. Clear? This is symbol for lambda, capital letter lambda, EQ. Lambda EQ represents equivalent conductance of a solution, and lambda M represents molar conductance of a solution. Aduna ay Manipuri da muhaye yo ay koy ngasi tamdarisi akogi class 12 chemistry gi unit 3 electrochemistry haidu part ahum subani ahum so part ni ko class ina sa tamdarisi. Aduna ngasi gi ahum so class hawdinga da mamangi classing da tam kibai ko symbol khara important of symbol khara ko remember to say ningsangsi karigina hai matamda symbol singse ay koy ajna ningsing nabdi makata ba class thaba nungai na dabni. Capital R is symbol to say conductor amagi resistance ni conductor amagi resistance habisi conductor to length directly proportional or aduga conductor to cross sectional area na inversely proportional or aduna ani si lo ani japunjala de resistance of conductor amagi resistance length directly proportional or cross sectional area dana inversely proportional or having it. Capital P represents the potential difference across the conductor. Represent the I represents the current. Another conductor will see current flowing to a conductor. Other capital C represents the conductance represent the weather. Other conductance I could hang conductance I say resistance key reciprocal as in a power. The rho is symbol say rho is a specific resistance or resistivity of a conductor. Hydrotaconi. Other symbols in a kappa is a specific conductance or conductivity of the conductor. We are a specific conductance or conductivity of an electrolytic solution. We are a capacity kappa specific conductance, not the conductivity is the reciprocal of resistivity, not the specific resistance. Now lambda EQ ka wisina ko lambda EQ sinata is an equivalent conductance of a solution. Lambda EQ ki mote m har gana molar conductance of a solution. This is a symbol for molar conductance at infinite dilution. Lambda M infinity. Lambda M infinity represents molar conductance at infinite dilution. This lambda M infinity may also be written as lambda M0, which means that molar conductance at zero concentration. And this is molar conductance at infinite dilution. Molar conductance at infinite dilution or molar conductance at zero concentration have same meaning. That means infinite dilution and zero concentration is same in meaning. Okay. molar conductance at infinite dilution or molar conductance at zero concentration for a weak electrolyte, not for a strong electrolyte, for a weak electrolyte, okay, for a weak electrolyte cannot be determined experimentally. So, molar conductance at infinite dilution or molar conductance at zero concentration for a weak electrolyte can be calculated using, can be calculated using Paul's law. Can be calculated using Paul's law. Aduna, Jose, let me translate you in Manipuri also. Masiki symbol se karina kanta lambda m infinity haiduni. Lambda m infinity santa is molar conductance ta edana lambda m sina infinity sina ta is at infinite dilution ta kne. Aduna lambda m infinity hariba molar conductance at infinite dilution se lambda m0 ira suyaiba. Lambda m0 sina ta is na molar conductance hare lambda m sina 0 sina at zero concentration habi. Aduna lambda m infinity hagera lambda m0 hagera moche yadiyai. Season and way see the season of a sub money and say, I took care of the idea infinite dilution hyperga, zero concentration hyperga, and it's up man of meaning. Infinite dilution and the dilution to infinite or limit power to grab. Infinitely dilution to means part of the solution to get concentration, almost zero concentration where we have now. Other molar conductors at infinite dilution or molar conductors at zero concentration for a weak electrolyte. Weak electrolyte amagi molar conductors at infinite dilution that molar conductors at zero concentration. Say, must say experimentally, utopangam deva, strong electrolyte kidding on the core, weak electrolyte kidding on the other not. Weak electrolyte amagi molar conductors at infinite dilution or molar conductors at zero concentration, weak electrolyte amaki say, must say, experimentally on the mina. Paul's law, I will lose is in Narga Icona, Utopi. Yai! This is the relationship between molar conductance at infinite dilution, or it may be written as molar conductance at infinite dilution, and this is the molar conductance at zero concentration, okay? And relationship between molar conductance at zero concentration and equivalent conductance at zero concentration. Okay, this equivalent conductance at zero concentration can also be written as the equivalent conductance at infinite dilution. They are same. Okay, I have already told you. So, the relation is equivalent conductance at zero concentration is equal to molar conductance at zero concentration divided by n plus z plus. Or, you may write it as equivalent conductance at zero concentration is equal to molar conductance at zero concentration divided by n minus z minus. This is the equation 1, okay? Then what is this n plus n minus z plus z minus symbolize? N plus and n minus represents number of cations and anions present per formula unit of the electrolyte respectively. And this Z plus and Z minus represents the charge on the cation and anion. So, N plus Z plus represents total charge on the cation and N minus Z minus represents total charge on the anion. Total charge of the cation and total charge of the anion is saved in a formula unit of electrolyte. Okay. Hence, this equation 1 may be written as equivalent conductance at zero concentration is equal to molar conductance at zero concentration divided by what is this? N plus Z plus total charge of the cation. N minus Z minus what is this? Total charge on the anion. So, total charge on the cation or anion. Okay. Let me explain you in Manipuri also. Project say relationship relationship between molar conductance at zero concentration higher infinite dilution higher maduga equivalent conductance at zero concentration or infinite dilution higher ani sige marta lambda m not ka lambda eq not ka ani sige marta ka relation like sineba aduna lambda eq not se masikara ga managa the lambda m not divided by n plus z plus ka manai natragana masigi equation se lambda eq not equal to lambda m not divided by n minus z minus I na iba equation 1 thola che ani se amata wa equation ne ade si n plus na tai se kaino n minus na tai se kaino hai ta de electrolyte formula unit amata electrolyte formula amata yauri ba number of cation plus na represent the cation aduga minus na represent tawjine anion, number of anion, number of cation. Ansi electrolyte ki formula amda yauriba cation masing anion masing dune. Ada Z plus Z minus na represent tawjine electrolyte ki formula da yauriba cation du ki charge masing minus na Z minus ta isna anion du ki charge masing. Okay. Ada ti number of cation ga cation du ki charge masing ga punjala di total number on the charge of the cation. Cation du ki total charge to adu tarani ba. Oh, number of cation masing ne cation ge charge ne multiply tawradi cation ge total charge tarani dana. Like that admain tawdana n minus z minus means anion ge masing ne anion ge charge ne multiplication tawradi anion ge total charge tarani ba. Aduna electrolyte amadi cation ge total charge ka anion ge total charge ka je dum mana na yawbani na. Equation 1 se anang chwana su iba ya ba lambda eq naught se lambda m naught divided by total number of charge on the cations or anion. That means total charge on the cations or anions hana ida su ya. Angeko. This is the Corral's law of independent migration of ions. Also, state Corral's law of independent migration of ions. For this question, the answer is it states that the molar conductivity of an electrolyte at infinite dilution is symbolized by lambda m infinity or lambda m0. Okay, is the sum of the ionic conductivity of the cations and anions is multiplied with the number of ions present in one formula of electrolyte. Okay, this is the Corral's law of independent migration of ions. Which means that if you want to write mathematically this Corral's law of independent migration of ions, mathematically, what is this? Molar conductance at infinite dilution. For an electrolyte, what is the general formula of electrolyte? AXBY. Let us suppose this is the electrolyte. Okay, it is the general formula of an electrolyte. I will later explain you here how this general formula of an electrolyte actually it means that. Okay, now first law of independent migration of ion states that molar conductivity of an electrolyte at infinite dilution is equal to sum. This is the sum plus of the ionic conductivities. This is the ionic conductivities of cation, ionic conductivities of anion. Okay, sum of the ionic conductivities of cations and anions. Okay, sum of the ionic conductivities of cations and anions. This is the sum. Is multiplied with the number of ions. Here also anion also multiplied by the number of anions. Cation also multiplied by the number of cations. Is multiplied by the number of ions present in one formula of the electrolyte. This is the one formula of the electrolyte. Okay, clear? In this equation, this is the equation mathematical expression for the Corral's law of independent migration of ions. Where in this equation, lambda, this is the small letter lambda. Okay, ax ay plus naught represents ionic conductivity of the cation. Aduga lambda, small letter lambda, bx minus naught represents ionic conductivity of the anion. Aduna ay magtaylon da karon lugani na koy masi yan tanabo na da aduna ay higher explain to muna taro. Project tamdori sa Corral's law of independent migration of ions habi duneba. Corral's law of independent migration of ions in high secondary no high kandaman hairam ise electrolyte amagi molar conductivity at infinite dilution natraga zero concentration haido madu kanaga manage haiba matamda electrolyte adugi formula amada unit formula amada yauriba cation amasung anion singdugi ionic conductivity singduda ion masing singduna multiply tawsin bagi tinjinabagi pon ga manai haibane aduna aikona electrolyte to general oina log taragadi electrolyte makan yam yamidna adu general formula oina log taragadi AXBY na leire na khalaseba AXBY kamal leire na ka dayong AXBY working column ni site Corral's law na te ko AXBY se kaino ita khwane aduna AXBY for example let us consider an example of electrolyte Cl2 barium chloride hai example se law ra se electrolyte ama masi barium chloride se Ba1 hai bani 1 ne ko asem le se thamna de Cl2 hai le masi ko ne dissociation tor ka ising da to malakan da dissociation tor kan da ase barium ion kya thona ka do ni barium ion ama ion barium ama ka yawin aduna barium ion ama ka kai da ni barium ion da charge kya puni sigi magi opposite cation anion se masi ki charge puni 2 kari charge puni aham ba le bosna positive charge puni metallic character se bani na barium wa aduna barium chloride se dissociate tor ti kai dhara di kai tawni ba barium dissociate kai tor di kai dhara di ma se barium ion ama ka kai gani barium ion du ki charge positive charge puni kya puni 2 plus puni anion masing do aduna charge du aduga masi chloride na charge ion thona kaya thona ka dani ion ani thona ka dara kani chloride anion among ki charge na kaya jam puni masi ki cation jingi masing se 1 se as negative pasina among chloride anion among nas -1 charge puru ka ani kai dara ado generalization tawradi sina A ni sida yori 1 sina X ni Cl sina B ni 2 sina Y ni na khalo ado ita de C1 se sina tra ado C1 se C oramina si X la ani ba BA di sina tra BA di CI di si X la a ado ga mathakta puri se kana na 2 na tra asi CY se ado plus masinda masi 2 se ka na si Y gi makha de 2 se ado Y abe Cl se kaina B mathakta purisina kaina 1 se kadai no begisi aduna 1 x minus okay aduna project yemo mathematically for all slow jahai targa de akone electrolyte AXBY se lere electrolyte AXBY hari bazaren formula electrolyte se lere masigi electrolyte se mase kamai tawni hai kam da masigi AXBY hari be electrolyte se mase kariga magi hari be electrolyte se molar conductance infinite dilution se kariga mana ga hai matam da ionic conductivity lambda no cha ionic conductivity ni kana gi no cation hai di cation oina ka dilution je sigi A se ka dhari hai na se cation hai se A se ne A Y plus masida magi cation masing na multiply to cation masing kya no x na multiply to plus the plus sum hai ramina sum hai ramina wa ase sum hai ramina plus aduga ionic conductivity of the anion adi kaino se bx minus ionic conductivity of anion mangon da multiply to number of anion masi ani se tinjina bagi phone ga manai